Hello everyone, welcome to Alteryx tutorials. In this video we are going to see the three most important tools in the data preparation tab of Alteryx. The first tool that we are going to see is the unique tool. As the name suggests, unique is used to distinguish that whether a data record is unique or if it is duplicate by grouping on one or more specified fields. Then it sorts those fields. So if you want some of the fields to be unique, then you can simply check it using this unique tool, that whether the particular field or particular column is actually containing unique values or not. So how can we use it? Let's just get this tool. Just like the filter tool we have used, the unique tool also has three anchors. One is the anchor where it gets the data. The next two anchors are the unique and the duplicate anchors. As you can see, the U and the D. So it basically shows you that which of the values are unique and which of them are not. Okay. Now this is the configuration panel from where you can just select the values. Like I would select the customer name. I want to check that if the customer is returning to me or not. So if I just click on run, then okay, I'm getting some of the unique values. So there are 409 records where the customer name is unique. So there are 409 unique customers. I'm also getting duplicates. That means the customers we have are the returning customers. And now all of these values are grouped together as the customer name. Like first you can see Aaron Bergman. So the customer, whatever purchases the customer has made is being grouped together by his name. Then by the second customer, third customer, and so on. Okay, so these are the unique customers. The total of 409 customers are there, and they're returning to me again and again to purchase a total of 10,000 record items. Okay, so this is what the unique tool helps us to understand about the data. Now you have applied it on one field, but if you want, you can apply it on multiple fields. Like for the category also, I want to apply. Then click on run. Now what will happen is we would be getting the unique values for the combination of both, right? So now in the unique value over here, the total of 1136 records have been displayed. The customer name, if they have purchased from each of these categories, right? So in the category there are these three categories: furniture, office supplies, and technology. And the customer name, as you can see, is same for the three, and the remaining are the duplicates, which means the customer has made another purchase in the same category of the items. So this is the usage of the unique tool. Okay, now let's move on to the next tool, that is the imputation tool. Now what is the imputation tool? Imputation tool is used to replace a specified value within one or more numeric data fields with another specified value. So basically it's used that if your data is inconsistent and contains some of the null values, then what you can do is actually clean the data set. So you can replace the null values with either the average of the values of that particular column, or basically with any value that you want. Okay, so let's just get the imputation tool to get a better look at how it works over here. So here you would get the fields which you want to impute. Now only the numeric fields would be there because that's what we get for the imputation tool. Now what value you want to replace? If there are null values, you can replace those null values, but if the null values are not present, then you can use a user specified value. Next we have is the replace with value, that is with which value you want to replace it. So average, that means average of all values, not including the incoming values to replace. Okay, so basically the values that are already existing, those average would be taken and that would be replaced in place of null values. We have a median value, that is the value separating the higher half from the lower half or the middle value. We have the mode value, that the value that appears most often, or if you want a user specified value that you want to replace, that you can do. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually just work for the quantity part over here. Since I know that my data set is clean, it has no null values, so I'm just going to check a user specified value of 7, and I'm going to specify another value for it, that is going to be 8. Okay, that's a minor change that I'm just going to do. Of course it would be undone because it has no meaning. It's just to show you the usage of this tool. Next we have these two check boxes, that is include imputed value in the indicator field. That means there would be a field that would be added to specify whether or not a value has been imputed, or you want to output the imputed value in a separate field. That means the original field would be as it is, but in a separate field the value would be outputted, the imputed value. Okay, so first of all, let's just select the first option and run it to see how it works. Here it would take few seconds, and then let's just see if it has worked for the quantity. So now here we can see that it's 8 and the quantity indicator is showing 1. That means the change has been made over here, and on the rest of the values it's showing 0. Again it's showing 1. That means the value was originally 7, but now it has been changed to 8. So this is how the imputed value indicator field works. Next option is the output imputed values as a separate field. So we can just select this option and click on run. Now what would happen is we would be getting a separate value in which the quantity value original field would be as it is, like here it was 7, but in the new values the field would the values would be 8 over here. From 7 it changed to 8. So this is how the imputation works. But if the null values are present on your data, or if you want to replace of any of the values, numeric values only, then you can use this imputation tool, right? Now last but not the least, we have the multi-field binning tool. Now what is this tool? It is actually used to replicate some of the functionality of the tile tool. Okay, basically it allows the data to be binned on multiple fields. Mainly it is used for the predictive tool set. Multi-field binning tool accepts only the numeric fields, just like the imputation tool we have just seen. For the purpose of binning, we can bin the fields either in the form of the equal records or equal intervals. So what is a bin? If you just take a look at a histogram, let's just bring up a histogram here, right? So this is a histogram, and as you can see, it shows the salary and the number of the players. So 0 to 10 is actually an interval, 10 to 20 is an interval, right? So this is called a bin. Histogram is depicted using bins, and in order to create those bins, we are going to use the multi-field binning tool in Alteryx. So let's see how it works. Let's just get this over here, and it would get all the numeric fields. I'm going to do it on the basis of the sales, the number of the tiles or the bins that you want to create. So I want to create it 10 tiles or the 10 bills. Now we have two options, either equal records or equal intervals. Equal records, what it says that the input records are divided into the specified number of bins. Each bin is assigned to the same number of records. Okay, so the number of records would be equal in each bin. Then we have equal intervals. That means the minimum and the maximum values of the selected fields are determined, and the records are assigned based upon these ranges. So if we go with equal intervals, that would be like more appropriate to get a varied length of the histogram. Then you can click on run. So after a few seconds you would be getting this field. It's on the basis of sales, right? Here is the field sales tile num. So what is the tile number? Right now it's 1, and as you can see, this one has higher sales value of 1706. That's why it's been assigned to tile 2. And just like this, if you just scroll over it, you will get some other numbers as well. So it's 1, 2, 1 and 2, and that was 5 over here. It has a higher range of 6000. That's why it's been given a number 5. So just like this, we have binned our sales records. If you just get it into equal number of records and click on run, so the records would be given two different bins equally. Like as you can see, the different bins have been assigned. The different bins have been assigned to each of these sales values. Okay. So as we have specified 10, so the 10 tiles have been created, and the maximum of 1000 tiles we can create. So any number between 1 to 999 is acceptable. So this is the function of the multi-field binning tool, and these are all the major tools that you need to know about in the preparation group in Alteryx. That's all for this video, and that's all for the preparation tools in Alteryx. In the next video, we would be looking at the other group, which is the join group. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.